nefarious, something backward, something backroom, something illegal. Conspiracy theory to me means two guilty people conspiring. What we're doing sometimes, we're saying, no, this isn't a conspiracy, this is a fact. There's no conspiracy. That guy that's going into your neighbor's house, stealing his furniture, that's not a conspiracy. That's called burglary or robbery, depending upon what. So that word is the blanket for distraction. Second, people hate to be told something they should know. They hate to be told something they should know. And third, they hate when you shatter a myth. Let me give you my new favorite. How many times have you heard that extra virgin olive oil is great because of this thing called the Mediterranean diet? Wrong! It's fact. It's a con. Yet, this is just olive oil. We're not even talking about things that really bother. I brought this up the other day at a restaurant. People are running bread through pools of olive oil versus butter. And they say, well, it's the Mediterranean diet. I said, it's fat. No, I read, you didn't read. It's a myth that you misunderstood.
It's a jingoism.
Precisely. It's this thing that we are led to believe. I was watching a study the other day on new efforts to go out into the world, Alex, and look for life elsewhere. And I made the statement, why do we look at the life from other dimensions or planets that's landing here daily? Ask Edgar Mitchell, ask Gordon Cooper, ask astronauts. What are you talking about? That's crazy. It's not crazy. What is sane anymore? I'm asking a very logical question. I don't believe in myth. I don't believe in folklore. I believe in fact. And it must infuriate you every day. Just tell us the truth. Tell the American people and the world that the reason why we in Saudi Arabia and British and English and American intel have concocted this boogeyman, the power of nightmares, as that great BBC documentary said, the reason why we're giving you ISIL and ISIS is in order for you to look at this, be so horrified, using the Hegelian dialectic, to turn to us, beg us, please do something, while we go in and we bomb a country. And by the way, why not ask Assad to basically, because I think he has a bigger beef against ISIS than we do. So I'm every day fighting this battle, as do you, saying I'm looking for the truth. I'm not the enemy. I'm not a truther, a conspiracy person. I'm an American citizen who loves this country, who loves the rule of law, and I just want the truth. And I don't want any more of our brave men and women sent to be the Luca Brasi, the enforcer for some asset-stripping globalist financier, jackal, or whatever particular phrase you want to call it.
And expanding on that, Lionel's our guest from LionelMedia.com, syndicated radio host, TV host in New York City, and a lawyer, prosecutor in his own right. I saw articles in the New York Times, the London Guardian, just everywhere. Newt Gingrich was saying, all these elites were saying the people are mad. They don't buy what we're doing anymore. There's a secessionist stuff going on. It's a crisis of the world order. And that things are breaking down. This weekend, I was at a meeting that had a lot of big executives at it. They were all concerned about their families. They were looking at getting out of the country. And these things were high level. So the elite even realizes, it's not one monolith, obviously, that things are really screwed up. I don't think the general public, though, realizes it yet. No. And when the bottom falls out of this untenable carrying capacity, whatever you want to call it, that we've reached, it is a time bomb. I mean, in your gut, what do you think is going to happen to civilization?
Well, I think what's going to happen is that you will see a complete, first a devolution and then an ultimate destruction. How long that takes, is anybody's guess. The thing that I am amazed by, Alex, is I'm in New York City right now. And downtown, we had a group of people who I think deep down inside, they really, truly wanted to do something. And Alex, anytime somebody gets off their duff and goes out in the street, whether it's a party and whether they trash the place and don't clean up's another story. But whenever somebody stops tweeting or liking or posting or whatever, I'm heartened by that. And I wanted to go and ask these people, do you realize the con that you are being a part of. Just like people who believe, and nobody's suggesting that ISIS or ISIL is nothing to worry about.
You're talking about the big global warming march that just happened and they trashed everything?
Exactly. If I see a picture of that polar bear on an ice cube that was an iceberg, if I see that one more time, and I try to explain to somebody, do you understand that what is happening is that the people involved, the people who are there to make money on carbon trading, carbon exchange, carbon currency, Al Gore, Maurice Strong, the usual cast of characters, people you've never really heard of or thought of. In order for them to, just like ISIS, just like anything else, to turn to the government, international organizations, the UN, please help us. What they have to do is say, do something, do anything. Hey, how would you like to do your fair share? Anything to help that little baby polar bear. How would you like to pay just a little bit?
Yeah, just give Al Gore some money. Stay there, Lionel. I want to have you finish up on this. It's so ridiculous. We'll be back.
Are you ready to surrender your right to buy body armor? No joke. Congress is now trying to outlaw civilian body armor. And if House Bill H.R. 5344 becomes law, you can kiss your right to protect yourself against rifle bullets goodbye. Don't put off your body armor purchase any longer. Go now to InfidelBodyArmor.com. Thousands of military veterans trust their lives to Infidel Body Armor. You should too. Spelled INFIDEL. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Are you happy doing your laundry with perfume detergents that irritate your skin? Are you happy washing your hands with stinking fragrances that gives your skin rashes? Are you happy paying new, higher prices for smaller boxes? Find your happiness today with our 1 to 4 year supply of pure soaps or our 1 to 2 month sampler with bar soap, shampoo, laundry, and dish soap at 5starsoap.com. You deserve the best. Happiness is 5starsoap.com.
Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his 2-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex.
If you have candida overgrowth, just taking antifungal agents or starving yourself of sweets does not address the cause. Candida overgrowth is the result of a toxic, damaged, acidic, low oxygen, and inflamed tissue environment. The goal should be to remove the toxins, heal damaged tissues, restore healthy pH, eliminate inflammation, and feed beneficial bacteria. Previous usage of antibiotics or steroids or exposure to mercury or other toxins can damage many cells in the GI tract and body that make you prone to candida overgrowth. Removing toxins and healing tissues should be the goal. One World Whey is a whey protein food that supports detoxification, repair of tissues, and elimination of inflammation, healthy pH, and growth of beneficial bacteria. One World Whey is duly reformulated to be higher in protein and lower in carbohydrate. We believe One World Whey is an excellent food to support your efforts to create a healthy internal body environment. Call 888-988-3325 or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworld, WHEY.com.
I was sitting in traffic, listening to the radio. George Strait was singing Seashores of Old Mexico.
Lionel is our guest, LionelMedia.com. I'm your host, Alex Jones with Infowars.com. Here in my stack, in fact, I found the article. Here it is. This is out of Chicago Tribune. Google severs ties with conservative group over climate stance. And it just basically said they won't do business with them or operate with them or do web platforms with them. because, quote, no one questions that global warming and climate change is real. Google is breaking ties with the American Legislative Exchange Council, a prominent network of conservative state legislators that, among other projects, works to roll back laws that promote solar and wind power, the company's chairman said Monday. The decision marks a major victory for the campaign for environmentalists. And it just goes on. Censoring, not letting gun shops have bank accounts or things like this is real draconian authoritarianism. You can say, well, Google's a private company, so is Microsoft. Let them do what they want. Okay, well then if somebody doesn't like someone's sexual persuasion, are you not going to sell them a house and say, well, it's your free market right? The so-called left tried to pioneer, they claim, it was really Republicans, and I'm nonpartisan, that's just a fact, the Civil Rights Act and other things, so many issues where they're claiming they're trying to stop discrimination, but now there's a whole nother level of it, and they say in the article, climate change denial will not be tolerated. Like they're saying it's Holocaust denial or something. That's pretty scary because, Lionel, I don't think anybody's denying there are a lot of serious environmental issues. I'd rather have those dealt with and covered. But paying a carbon tax to a few hundred rich guys and moving our jobs to India where they have dirty plants or to Mexico, that all this is a scam. No one can debate that.
See, but, Alex, nobody is suggesting, and I'm not suggesting that there is not some cyclical solar-related warming or climate change. That's not the issue.
Yeah, we're not even denying it. But if we wanted to, that's our right.
Right. Well, there was a guy named Galileo who wanted to deny the notion of a geocentric universe as well, and look what happened to him. Look, here's my challenge to the carbon taxers. If Al Gore signed something that said, I hereby believe so much in the notion of change, of this anthropogenic, man-made...
I'm going to sell my 10 mansions that are 20,000 square feet.
Right. But I believe in this so much, I'm going to sign something disavowing any profit that I ever make from any kind of carbon exchange or carbon taxing. I am so... Then I'll listen to them. If you do that, if you tell me that this is truly a belief that you have, that we've got to, reel in and tamp down this belching of carbon, fine, I'm with you. But until he does that, what this is to get people into a religion, that this is something that everybody believes in, to make even those who question it to seem Luddite and stupid. And by the way, this is the vehicle of the professional left. This is a country, Alex, that used to believe in this thing called 1984. I got to mention this to you. The other day, again in New York and around the country, people are standing in lines waiting so they can now take a GPS, forget the carcinogenic aspect of it, but this thing that they would just carry in their pocket, now they're going to wear it as jewelry so that they can be tracked in a panopticon, worldview, 24/7 grid. Next, we're going, forget the biometric, we're going to have RFID chips installed, and you and I are going to sit back and say, well, we told you so.
And Google contact lenses. Lionel, awesome. I want to get back up for a full hour next week to cover the waterfront. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Nightly News tonight, 7 o'clock Central. I'm doing some overdrive, take a few calls.
Visit
Eric, and others.
today.
Eric, and Terrence. I don't know about the others, but we're coming back to you.
Using unparalleled research in the development of a synergistic formulation based around the key concepts of superoxygenation, the next level in cleansing is here. With key ingredients backed by real clinical studies, the new Oxy Powder, available through InfoWars Life, was invented during Dr. Group's research on the toxification of our bodies. Many herbal colon cleansers are harsh on the body and contain cheap and potentially dangerous ingredients, oftentimes full of synthetic fillers, GMOs, additives, or worse. hours. Gently start cleaning your body with easy capsules that start working while you sleep. Oxy Powder does not require time off work, and there's no need for bad tasting concoctions. Instead, Oxy Powder slowly releases monoatomic oxygen into the intestinal tract and body. Experience the astonishing cleansing power of superoxide and ozonide technology. Go to InfoWarsLife.com or InfoWarsStore.com to get started with Oxy Powder, or call 1-888-253-3139.